Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, guys, so we're just gonna go over flu prevention today. We're getting kind of in that, starting that season, flu season's obviously coming up. So if you guys haven't gotten flu shots, there's a few places that actually will give it to you for free. Target is one of them. If you guys haven't or don't know, if you have a Target near you, they give you a flu shot for free, number one, and number two, they also give you like I think it's a $5 gift card to use in the store. In addition, they're trying to prevent flu because it's caused a lot. It just caused a lot of people missing work and a lot of other issues that we don't want to have happen. So
People die.
people do die, absolutely. So flu is a respiratory illness that spreads through communities quickly. It's caused by influenza viruses that infect your nose, throat, and lungs. Depending on your general health, the flu can cause mild discomfort, severe illness, or even death. The flu season typically begins in October, which guess what's tomorrow? So we're just getting ready to start, and can last through May. So this month kicks off the start of the flu season. You can take actions that will help keep you from getting the flu. Here are the things you should know about the flu. First, when you have the flu, you can infect others before you even feel sick. This means that now is a good time to take preventative measures. Number two, people with the flu can spread it to others who are as far as 6 feet away. Flu virus is spread when someone who is ill coughs, sneezes, or talks. They create tiny, invisible droplets that travel throughout the air, land in your mouth, nose, and on the surfaces that you touch. So here's the ways to avoid getting or spreading the flu this season. Make sure you wash your hands frequently with soap and water. If that's not available, use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Unclean hands spread the flu. So avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with your hands. If you touch a doorknob that's contaminated with the flu virus and then touch your face, you can easily get the flu. So that's why the more often that you are, keeping your hands clean, the better it's going to be, because we all end up touching our mouth, scratch our nose, whatever. Even in the eyes, you just do something like this. Just bodily fluids from something on your hands can do the same thing. Cover your mouth and nose with a tissue when you cough or sneeze, even if you're not sick yet. Dispose of the tissue immediately. Wash your hands. If you don't have a tissue, cough and sneeze into your sleeve, not your hand. So a lot of people do is this here, or I see people do that all the time. I do that too. I usually do this myself because I'm not touching my hands, at least, because I'm touching everything else with my hands. That's something that I learned a long time ago and it just kind of stuck with me. So make sure you wash your hands, of course, like we said. If you don't have a tissue, cough and sneeze into your sleeve or not your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick with the flu. When you're sick, stay away from others to protect them from getting sick. Get a flu shot. Like I said, the vaccination helps prevent flu and can protect you from life-threatening complications. The earlier you get the flu shot, the sooner you'll be protected. I heard this year that there's 2 strains of the flu, which, sometimes there's 1, sometimes there's 2, but there are 2 strains of the flu. If you are sick with the flu, stay home. Your coworkers and their families don't need you to come to work and spread the flu. When you're sick, avoid errands and other activities to prevent spreading the flu to others in the community. When you do have the flu and your doctor prescribes antiviral drugs, take them as directed. If your doctor tells you to stay home, stay home. Routinely clean and disinfect surfaces like tools, doorknobs, etc., and get touched frequently. Keep your body healthy, get enough sleep, exercise, reduce your stress, drink lots of healthy fluids, and eat nutritious foods. Okay? All right, so now we're going to have our little quiz. I'm just going to ask you guys the questions. I'm just going to go over them, and then I'll let you guys fill this sign that you're here today with this, and then I'll just go over the questions. We'll answer them together. It's pretty simple. It's only a couple questions. 5. So which statement is true about the flu? A, the flu season typically ends in October. B, the flu does not spread quickly through communities. C, the flu can infect your nose, throats, and lungs. Or D, the flu is caused by bacteria.
C.
You guys are paying attention, good. True or false? When you have the flu, you can infect others before you even feel sick.
True.
Yeah.
No, that's, I think it's,
When you have the flu, what can you do to avoid spreading it when you cough or sneeze? A, cough and sneeze into your hands. B, cover your mouth and nose with a tissue when you cough or sneeze. C, turn your head away from others and cough or sneeze into the air. 3, or D, stand at least 3 feet away from others and sneeze into the air.
it's B, right?
B, right? We want to cough. Cover your mouth and nose with a tissue when you cough or sneeze, which to me is very unlikely and very hard to do. I mean, if you happen to have tissue with you, I mean, when you sneeze, it comes on, you're like that. So that's why I recommend either in here or in, like inside your shirt, because then you're going inside here and it's going to be in you. So, better to kind of just contain it that way.
Mhm.
That's my
Or
recommendation.
cover it with your hands and just wash your hands.
Yeah, if you're gonna cover, if you have no choice, cover with your hands, and then the thing is then you got to open a door,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So,
Your
what actions can you take to avoid getting the flu during the flu season? A, wash your hands frequently with soap and water. B, avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with your hands. C, routinely clean and disinfect surfaces that are touched frequently. Or D, all the above.
All the above.
Absolutely. So true or false? When you're sick with the flu, you should still come to work, but take it easy as much as possible.
Yeah.
False.
How you get paid.
False. All right, so California, and when it comes to sick days, guys, in our, California is different than, California is different in each city, actually, each county and all that. So you guys get 3 sick days, paid sick days. It's at the, for all the commission people, it's $15 an hour. For you, it's your regular rate. But, so if you guys have to take a day off or 2 days off, you only get 3 days a year. So think about that. If you're sick enough that you're gonna get other people sick and you can't even function at work, take the day off. Let us know. Don't get everybody else sick doing it. It's not gonna make any sense. So I understand we all wanna get paid to go to work, and $15 isn't a lot of money, but it's better than 0. And you're gonna recover and not get everybody else sick, because the last thing you want, or we want, for you to come to work and you're not even be able to function and get everybody else sick, and then the whole company's just freaking out, and none of us can do the work. So, yeah, if you get to the point where you've got the flu and you're just, there's no sense in coming to work, just let us know, and you have three sick days, so take what you have to do, and that's what it's there for. Okay?
Cool.
All right, I was gonna show, okay, so a couple of things for Iggy, for you guys, that job was sold.
Mhm.
So the $2,200 job or whatever that you were on the other day on Friday. But in addition though, I want, the job that you were on Friday with the drain job that you couldn't clear. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do on that is, and I'm waiting for Kevin to confirm, because Kevin a lot of times, as you guys know, has other things going on that we don't always know about, right? So,
Busy man.
yeah, he sells things over the weekends, or maybe he did something on Friday, and I saw him Saturday, I didn't see him on Sunday, so I don't know what happened on that. Jair had his baby, or his girlfriend had the baby, so he's out for the rest of the week, just so you guys know.
Oh wow. I didn't know it was that.
48 hours labor, I guess, so he was,
Oh, wow.
he's a new dad, so he doesn't understand that that's just what happens.
Yeah, he probably had a big baby too. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy, yeah, he's a big guy. So I don't know what's going on with you, Brett, yet, and with
Okay.
ours, I don't know, because I don't know what's happening with Kevin, like I said, so we'll have to find out. But Iggy, so currently, on this one here,
I'm gonna go back or what?
well, no, this was your job. I don't know if I just had you and Ryan on it last time. I had Ryan on it. So what I may end up having doing is because you have the other job, which is this one here, which is the repipe. So I got to figure out what Kevin has going first to decide who's going to go with you. Because reality, Jesse's coming with Mike. Jesse doesn't probably need to be with Mike. Out of all of the helpers, he's probably the most experienced helper.
Okay.
All right, so.
Yeah.
If I send Alex with you, you'll be teaching Alex, and it'll probably take you probably twice as long, and
It's all right, huh?
But on the other hand, Alex is small guy can get into small spaces and maybe he'll be there. So it's kind of up in the air with that.
But keep 'em around.
But sometimes Kevin wants a driver, so that may be Alex. I mean, it just really depends on that. But we have a couple of options because I could always have Alex go with Mike, learn some HVAC stuff with Mike, and then have Jesse go with you because he'll be a lot more help. You guys will get that knocked out a lot faster.
Yeah.
A lot more productive that way, yeah.
So that's kind of my thought there. But then on Sarah's job, you know, it depends on what's going on with that. I may have just your other job. I mean, I'll have Sarah go on that one that the drain with the toilet that's pulled. Because what happens and just for you guys who don't know drains very well, he's in a drain upstairs and had to pull a toilet. The other drains went down, but the toilet did not go down all the way. So there's either a towel or something down in that drain. So the only way at this point, or it could be a whole huge wad of toilet paper
Could be
that
something.
was able to finally get down the toilet, but it's now stuck in the drain, right?
Yeah.
So when you let that settle for a weekend or for a couple of days, now it's clear. You can actually put a camera and see what you're doing. But when you're in there with a cable and turning everything around, you can't.
Yeah.
So the best thing is put the toilet to the side, clean everything up, and wait a couple of days. Come back on Monday when it's like a Friday type of call, and now you have a clear line. You go down real slow with the camera. You can see what's going on because everything's not all squirreled around and between the toilet paper and the crap.
Yeah.
You can put the camera down there and you can usually see what's going on and then just determine what we need to do from there because they were having a hard time getting the cable down. Plus, the machine that he had in the truck, the mainline machine, wasn't had a big kink in it, couldn't get down far enough without, because that thing on the one that you had, the Spartan, we have some Gorlets in here too, which actually have better cables, but the machines aren't as nice, and you can't. Cables are not interchangeable. So I didn't know. No one, of course, told me that the cable on the Snake machine on the Spartan was bad. Because if it's 10 feet down, you cut that piece off and you can then still use it. Or you can put a new cable in. Either way, if I would have known, I would have done something about it. But in this case, we probably take one of the Gorlets out there because we know we have a better cable in it, and at least try her to pop it through that if need be. But so I'm going to have Sarah. She has a little more experience, obviously, with drains. Have her go out and see if she can fix that one first, and then she has another call after that. But so these things may change a little bit. That's all I'm telling you, just for that. But so that's kind of the plan. As soon as he gets in, you need to know. You pretty much know what you need to get for parts. We have some stuff in the warehouse, and then the rest you're gonna have to order and go pick up this morning, and then we'll get all that planned and out. Okay. And the reason that right now, what I think is what we're gonna do here probably obviously won't be the first calls this morning, but as soon as Dennis gets in here. In a little bit, we have what we've been doing. What we did last week is the same thing. Is we are going to we're doing some of the heating things right now. So the furnace tune-ups. So what we've been doing, we already have some scheduled for October. So what we're going to do is ask people if we can get them in today. Get you guys a couple of those at least. So for Renars and Brett, at least you guys need to know that again. Make the most of every call, get out there to the furnace tune-ups and see if there's anything else, code upgrades, whatever else we can do to get done. Try to make a few extra bucks here, a few extra bucks there. That's kind of our goal on those HPCs. So as soon as Dennis gets in, we're going to try to, and Omar, we're going to try to reschedule any of those ones that we have already scheduled for October to get them in today, tomorrow, the next couple of days, this week to kind of, because it's already, you guys probably saw it was like 20 degrees cooler this morning than it's been like last week. So it's the time for that. All right, so I guess that's it. So you go ahead and make your list, see what you got to do for that, and get some stuff ordered, and see what we have in the warehouse. Yeah.
Real quick, guys, on the flu thing. Be real careful because my girlfriend's cousin died from the flu. It was crazy. He was sick. He had the flu symptoms. He felt like he had the flu, and then like a week later, for whatever reason, he didn't go to the hospital, but he was hallucinating. He was seeing things. And finally the mom's like, what the heck's wrong with you? I gotta take you to the hospital. 3 days later he passed away.
Wow.
From the flu. So if you guys feel like you have the flu,
That's
do
right.
whatever you gotta do because I couldn't believe it. This guy was he was 33.
Yeah.
33 years old and he passed away from the flu. So just be careful, please.
Yeah, get the flu shot, guys, especially, like I said, Target's free. I've seen some place do you for like $5 or, whatever, but it's worth it.
So, okay.
All right, guys, let's get it going.
That's crazy.
It's crazy people